I'm waiting for the total here. What do you have? You simply say minus 1.8125 plus 6.875 plus 1.375 minus 6.8125. What are you getting? Those who are online also give me the total that you have gotten. Yes, minus 0.375. Eh? Minus 0.375. Yes. Now, huh?
I think I'm going to
okay, if you have slightly different than mine, you round it, just for what I'm saying was is still okay. So add what you have. If you have slightly different than mine in terms of decimals, just add what you have recorded here. I said you can work with whatever number of decimals. Yeah. So once you have added, there is a statement we have read that they should add to 0. So has yours added to 0? Yours. Now that you did not use our decimals, it has not added to 0. So no, the answer is yes or no. Has it gone to 0? Good. So if it has not gone to 0, I'm just confining you to yes or no because it can be either positive or negative. It can either be, and that reminds me to emphasize on some few points. I've seen very many students cram how the first question that was solved looked like, and they think every other question will be like that. One of the points is, naona hii imebaki ikiwa negative. So some students would think that it will always be negative. No, it can be positive or negative. That's why I'm insisting, is it 0? Point number 2 that I've seen very many students confuse is, you see here, when you are looking for the average, we were dividing by 2. There are other tables you divide by 3. So some students will think that every time you divide by 2. No. The issue is, we are computing the average. This is the average. And remember the other day we said x bar is the sum of x you divide by what? M. So this m is how many values we have. So if there are 2, you divide by 2. If there are 3, you divide by 3. The other thing I've seen many people also take, now hapa, the 4 quarters each has 2 values. So some people think that for every table they will always be equal. No, they can be equal like we have here, or they can be unequal. So there are times tunapata hii iko na 2, hii iko na 3, hii iko na 1. Yes, actually not itakuwa. Abana, si ati itakuwa inafanana. Yeah, si ati itakuwa inafanana. But the key thing is you record them as we said there. Alafu ukifika kwa hiyo column unaangalia ni ngapi. Kama these ones are 2, you divide the total by 2. If this one is 1, you divide the total by 1. If these ones are 4, you divide the total by 4. Then ukisha add hapa kwa additive model, you check whether it has gone to 0. If it has not gone to 0, that now creates the need for adjusting. So you come here and record 0. That's it. Once you record 0, you need to adjust this value so that when we add them, they will exactly be 0. There are 4 ways of adjusting, but I normally confine my students to just one way, which is the easiest. And it's still acceptable. All of them are okay. So the easiest way is you retain the first 3 the way they are. So here you take minus 1.8125, 6.875, and 1.375. Then you ask yourself, what must the 4th one be so that when you add all of them, they go to 0? So minus 1.8125. What must it be? Negative 6, eh? Negative 6.4375. Sasa yako, I hope you're able to do that. Okay. Using your own values. So that is how we compute the adjusted indices. So if the examiner has asked you to compute seasonally adjusted indices, that is the value you come to. If they add exactly here to 0, you don't need to adjust. But you rarely get that they are adding to 0. Rarely. Okay. So we are okay with that. Eh? Now the next thing is to record these values. In this column. This is how it's done. You come here, you start with the first quarter. Upper. You record minus 1.8125. Quarter 2, 6.875. Quarter 3, 1.375. Quarter 4, negative 6.4375. Then unaanza kurudia again. Negative 1.8125. 6.875. 1.375. Negative 6.4375. Huyo mwingine sasa ni quarter 1 minus 1.8125. 6.875. 1.375. Negative 6.4375. Yeah, okay? Yeah, good. Sasa, kuja sasa tujaze. They are adjusted, the seasonally adjusted. The formula is very clear. It is A minus S. So kama hii ya kwanza itakuwa 23 minus 1.8125. It is 24.8125. Huyo mwingine ni that 2 minus 6.875. 25.125. 27 minus 1.375 is 25.625. 21 minus 6.4375 is 27.43. 27 minus 1.8125 is 28.8125. 35 minus 6.875 is 28.125. That's 2 minus 1.375 is 30.625. 24 minus 6.4375 is 30.4375. 33, no. that 1 minus 1.8125 is that 2.8125. 43 minus 6.875 is that 6.125. 40 minus 1.375. 38.625. 29 minus 6.4375. 35.4375. Okay. Quote a number, we just number them like we did with the others. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't know whether we have enough space for recording these ones, especially the total. So if you don't have enough space, this is what you are going to do. Down there now you say regression function y is equals to a plus bx, where b is equals to n sum of xy minus sum of x sum of y, you divide by n sum of x square minus sum of x square. So andika your formula down there. Sasa si tunaendelea na swali. So it should now come below here tulikuwa nayo ya computation of the analysis of the accurate. See hapo. You know, it's only that my book cannot be extended. Sasa tunaendelea na swali, and I'm saying hii maneno tunaandika, it should now be below ile table tulichora ya computation of accurate indices. That's where it should be, because now we are developing an equation. So I want us to put these figures in the hand. We finally say equals. Badala ya kuandika hapa shida tukijaza because of the space. Haya, so sasa wende 24.5 8125 times 1 plus 25.125 times 2 plus 27.4375 times let me start again. 24.8125 times 1 plus 25.125 times 2 plus 25.625 times 3 plus 27.4375 times 4 plus 28.8125 times 5 plus 28.125 times 6 plus 30.625 times 7 plus 30.4375. Sasa ikianza kurukaruka kwanza unatoa hiyo mpaka kwa plus, unatoa mpaka plus, umesimamia kwa 7 unasema equals plus 30.4375 times 8 plus that 2.8125 times 9 plus 36.125 times 10 plus 38.625 times 11 plus 35.4375 times 12. Now, those who are online, those who have used my figures exactly the way they are, and you confirm whether you are getting this is 12 times. Have you gotten 25, 39.0625? You have used my figure the way they are, confirm whether that is what you have. When you multiply this y by this x. Confirm whether that's what you're getting. Yeah, I can see we are in agreement. Good. Let's add now this one so that we get sum of x. Hebu nipatie toto ya x, sum x. So minus 78. And these ones, these y's. The y's 24.8125 plus 25.125, 24.8125 plus 25.125 plus 25.625 plus 27.4375 plus 28.8125 plus 28.125 plus 30.625 plus 30.4375 plus 32.8125 plus 36.125 plus 38.625 plus 35.4375 equals. Yako ni tofauti na yetu. 364 eh?
Yeah.
Okay, 364. Higher. N sum of x squared. That is 12x squared sum. It is what? I can see that, Mary. 650. X squared sum yake is 650. So you minus sum of x. Sum of x ndio tumesema ni 78. Eh? So 78 times 78. So work out that and give me the answer. $1.2102. That is according to Mary. Someone else to confirm. Yeah, even Wamaida has agreed with that figure. Yeah, and then Elvis, Maureen also. So we have agreed with that. Let's now compute A. A will be sum of y minus b sum of x. You divide by n. So sum of y is 364 minus 1.2102 multiplied by 78. You divide by 12. Yeah, that's even maybe 22.467. Yeah. Hence, y is equals to 22.467 plus 1.2102. Now look at the question that we had in the past papers. What was the first requirement?
Required the 3/4 moving average of the profit.
Yeah, the 3/4 moving average. Now that one we did yesterday. It was 3 moving average. Yeah, that one we did yesterday. So that is good. Number 2, required what?
The quarterly seasonal variations of the profits using the additive model.
The quarterly seasonal variations of the profits. So hizo ni easy to compute hapa. They are adjusted. Hizo. The next one.
Forecast the adjusted profits for the year 2022, given that the actual profits in millions for the year 2022 are 35, 50, 47, and 33 for Q1, Q2, and Q3, and Q4, respectively.
So we are told to forecast, but now that question is quiet on which method to use. Is quiet on which method to use. We used the 4 methods of forecasting. So you could have chosen to use any of those 4. So, because the question is quiet on which method to use. But now that they have mentioned the adjusted, the word adjusted.
Yeah.
Now that they have mentioned the word adjusted, the examiner is pointing to this equation. Yesterday we did a regression for the same data. But if you remember, in our regression yesterday, our y was these values. Yeah. Our y was these values. Yeah. These ones we call them the original, the ones which have not been adjusted. But these ones, as you can see, we call them the adjusted. So when it comes to regression, you can use either the original values as the y, or you can use the adjusted values as your y. You get the equation. Ukishapata the equation, You now just do like we did yesterday. There's no much difference. So tumeelewana. And that is what now I want us to do. So below that, we will have a table where we have the year, we have the quarter, we have the quarter number, and then forecast profits. So we are now predicting for the year 2022, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Continuing with our numbering, this will be number 13, 14, 15, and 16. You now put this equation the way it is, 22.467 plus 1.2102 multiplied by 12. I have 22.467 plus 1.2102 multiplied by 14. So this is supposed to be 13 here. 22.467 plus 1.2102 multiplied by 15. 22.467 plus 1.2102 multiplied by 16. So you're through, eh? Any question? Those who are online? You have a question, you raise it. If you have no question, type no. Reservice.
So you always have to form the don't choose. Like, can you change something?
You can change to 3 or to whichever, but the custom and the questions that you shall get, they are 4. Unajua kuna ile inaitwa practice.
So the kwanza kumuuliza na focus 3 quarter in same point. Maybe here yes, quarterly same variations. Wale kwa 4
Yeah, the 3 quarter moving average. Yeah, kwanza. Here, that is what we did. Akiwa 3. But now when you come to the quartile, you see Roman 2, the quartile must always be 4, because something is called a quarter if the initial was divided by 4. Yeah. You rarely come across the 3. Most of the questions will be about 4. So to answer your question with concreteness, is that anytime you are doing this series, the additive model format, actually claiming that the only thing that maybe utakuwa inabadilika kidogo, because see lazima mko analyze profit, analyzing sales, analyzing whatever. Yeah. But that format will always remain. So I want us to look for another question. Those are online. Any question? As I can see, Mary, no question. Can see Vera. I want you to do this question of September 2021 as an assignment.